Hi, I'm Shelley Young, owner of the Chopping Block, and today I'm going to teach you how to smoke salmon. Now, there's a lot of ways to smoke salmon, so I'm going to show you one technique today and talk about other techniques. The technique I chose today was something that I know everyone has the capacity to do, whether you live in a high-rise, you live in the country, or wherever it is. But you can be adapted if you don't have the equipment that I'm using today to some other equipment. So that's what I want to start with talking about. We're going to use a stovetop smoker. This is made by a company called Cameron, and you can get it on the internet. We sell it here at the Chopping Block, but it is a widely available product. But you can see it's relatively simple in design. It's just a roasting pan with a drip tray in it and a rack. And we could emulate that with other pieces of equipment if you don't have one of these. If you don't have one of those and you have an old stock pot, I wouldn't probably use your best fancy all-clad or Le Creuset stock pot, but a lesser expensive stock pot. And some wood chips, you can emulate the same kind of experience. What I'm going to do with that stovetop smoker is use the wood that actually comes with that. It's very specific. You can order this online, you can get it from Cameron, but this is a very fine wood chip, and this will just be placed in the bottom of that pan. We're going to turn the burner on and underneath of it, and it'll start to smoke very quickly because the chips are so small. I don't even need to soak them in water. This is a relatively small chip as well. This is Hickory. And if I was going to use this and try to emulate my own experience in a stock pot, what I would do is I would use a rack or aluminum foil bunched up in the bottom of your stock pot. I would take some of these smoking chips and soak them in water, and I would put them directly on your apartment stove or your stove in your house. Now, you're going to get a lot of smoke, so if you don't have good ventilation, this method is probably not for you. You're going to need to invest in a stovetop smoker like this because it doesn't generate as much smoke. It has a lid that very securely sets on top of it. So let's put this together. I've got 2 pieces of salmon. You could do a little bit more. It'll fit in the pan. I'm simply going to season with this with salt and pepper. And I could also brine this, which I really like to do when I smoke as well. You'll see we do have a brining video as well if you're interested in that. Salt and pepper. I like to season this pretty aggressively with salt and pepper. You can use a spice rub if you choose as well, because we're smoking it, which is a very aggressive and strong flavor. So I like the seasoning to stand up to that smoky flavor, which is seasoning it pretty aggressively. I'm going to flip it over and season the other side as well. I'm going to center my pan over the burner. My drip tray is in the bottom. I'm going to put the wood chips over the top of that burner so they're hitting the wood chip. Just like so, tablespoon or so. Put my rack on top of there. This comes with a lid, which is what's really nice about this. It slides right over the top, and so it seals a lot of the smoke in, which helps smoke quickly and also keeps the smoke out of your apartment. A moderate heat, about 25 minutes. So I've cooked this for about 25 minutes, smoked salmon, and pull the lid off. Oh, look at that. So our smoked salmon is done and ready to be used as an ingredient in your favorite brunch, maybe with bagels, maybe used in a nice quiche. But we can also eat it just like this with a teriyaki glaze or barbecue sauce, maybe a nice fruit salsa, anything that you like. I love this winter or summer, and that is how you smoke salmon.